Shout out to one of my subscribers, Heel Zen. He requested this video topic and he's a good brother from what I can see. And he actually sends me contributions every now and then. So I was more than willing to do this video topic for him, even if he didn't send me contributions. But I definitely appreciate that. So if anyone wants to go ahead and send me a contribution, the links are always in my description. Also, go ahead and follow me on Parler. Yes, I'm on Parler. So go ahead and download it, whatever. Join, follow me on there because I do post on there daily. And yeah, so if you're more on the conservative side, right-leaning side, you would love Parler. But with that being said, I gotta get into this video topic because we have to talk about the difference between a nice guy and a good guy. In the general thought of society, they will try to have you believe that they're one and the same, but they are not. And some of you that are not familiar with what I'm speaking of, you may look at what I'm saying and say to yourself, dude, this is semantics. You're splitting hairs. Nice, good, same thing. It's the same thing. That's probably what you may be thinking because people will use it as if they are synonymous. A nice guy, a good guy, same thing. No, because even in the word describes a good man. A good man. And a good man is synonymous with being a righteous man. And here's the thing. A righteous man and a nice guy, these are not one and the same. And I have to go into detail on this. A righteous man cannot be nice all of the time. It is impossible to maintain integrity. Being a righteous man is being a man of integrity. How can you be a man of integrity when you're always trying to be nice to somebody? When you're always trying to be friendly with somebody? When you're always trying to be somebody's friend? That is not righteous, truth be told. I know that a lot of people probably don't want to hear that, but being righteous, you can't be friendly all the time to everybody. Because in order to truly be a righteous man, you will be detestable. You will be disgusting to an evildoer, meaning a person that engages in evil acts. They will find you and your righteousness to be disgusting and abomination. They will see you as being disgusting. And guess what? You will see them the same exact way. You see how there's a major difference between being a nice guy and a good guy? A good guy, a righteous man, he will see an evildoer as gross. And the feeling will be mutual. It says this in Proverbs. It says this in the Word. And see, most people are on neither side of that equation. Most people are not truly righteous and most people are not truly evil. Most people are wayward. Most people are trying to find their way throughout this world, but they do not operate in a way that you can consider them to be righteous, nor do they operate in a way that you can consider them to be necessarily evil. So they're more so in between the two. That is where the average person lies, in my belief. But with that being said, it is a good thing for a man to be righteous, but it is not a good thing to be considered a nice guy. Because the problem of being a nice guy, getting back into the differences of the two, a nice guy is also an appeaser, meaning nice people that are nice, they're generally trying to be nice all the time on a regular basis. Nice and friendly, that is synonymous. So you're always trying to operate in ways that does not stir up any trouble, does not stir up any conflict. But the issue with that is when you are trying to never stir up any conflict, you're always trying to play it safe, you're always trying to just be cool and be chill, which these all sound like good things. The problem is you will do things like appease people. You will do things like enable people in their dysfunction just because you don't want to get on their bad side. You will not correct anybody. You see, a nice guy doesn't correct anybody. A nice guy won't even correct his own family. And in the word, it says that that is how a man loves his family. That is how you love, through correction. And a nice guy, he's too nice to actually do that sort of thing, because when you try to correct people, sometimes they may get upset with you. They may get upset with you. And you see, I would never recommend that a person just needlessly go out there trying to correct every single person he comes across. No, you need to correct your household first and foremost. That means the ones that you love, the ones that you have an intimate connection with. Your own children, your own woman or women or whatever, your own loved ones, your own parents. That is who you need to focus on first and foremost when it comes to showing love, which love is correction. That is part of love. Real love, not this worldly definition of love. I'm talking about actual love. I am by no means saying that a man should be an a-hole all of the time. That's not what I'm suggesting, so do not assume the opposite of what I'm saying. Don't do that. Just because I'm saying that you should not be a nice guy because you shouldn't be that, that doesn't mean you have to be mean to everybody. No, that's not what it means. It means you should strive to be a good man, which is a righteous man. And a righteous man is respected. A nice guy is usually not respected, unfortunately. You see, being a nice guy is a good thing to the masses if you're a very worldly person. Because if you're a very worldly person, the general population will like you as a nice guy, because that means they can pretty much do whatever they want and you're just gonna go along with it. You see, that's why you will be liked as a nice guy if you're a very worldly person, if you're of the world. If you don't have any real connection with the Most High, if you're just out here in the world, not seeking the guidance of God at all, you don't care. You're just giving into your own desires. That's what I mean by being a very worldly person. If you're that sort of person, you will be liked being a nice guy. You'll be liked. You won't be respected, but you will be liked. You see, a righteous man is respected. That's the difference, because when you deal with people with integrity, when you always strive to keep your word, you're going to naturally gain more respect being that way in comparison to the nice guy, which is trying to be what people want him to be. You see, that's the nice guy category. You're not really standing on any sort of principles when you're a nice guy. A good man always stands on principles, because good is synonymous with righteous. Therefore, you must stand for something. You must stand on principles when you are a righteous, good man. And I'm not just talking here. The word describes a good man. The word, to my knowledge, let someone correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, it don't even talk about you being a nice guy, because you're not supposed to be that anyway. You're not supposed to be a nice guy. You are supposed to be a good man, though. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. You see, the word goes into detail when it comes to you being a good man, because that is what the Most High wants you to be. It wants you to be a good man. And when I reference the word, for the record, I am only speaking in reference to the Old Testament. That's the only thing that I ever reference when it comes to my YouTube channel. And I want to touch on one last key difference between a nice guy and a good guy. When you are a good man, a righteous man, you will not be liked all that much. You won't be liked all that much. At times you will be liked, at other times you won't be liked. There could be whole groups of people that don't like you, but there will also be groups of people that do like you. You see, when you're an actual man that tries to stand for something, stand on principles, there will always be people that will stand against your principles. You see, so a man that truly strives to be good and truly strives to be righteous, he's definitely not going to be liked by the masses. No, he is not going to be liked by everybody. No. You cannot live with integrity and be liked by everybody. That's impossible. In order to be liked to that degree, you have to be telling people what they want to hear all of the time. And if you're always telling people what they want to hear, you cannot be a truthful man. You can't be an honest man and always tell people what they want to hear. I upset people all the time by telling people my authentic thoughts, by telling people the truth. Sometimes people aren't ready to hear the truth at that particular moment, so it upsets them. Even though you were standing in righteousness and you were correct, you told them the truth a bit too soon and they weren't ready for it. So when you really strive to be a good man, and that is a key difference between a good man and a nice man, you are not going to be as liked as a nice guy. A nice guy is going to be more liked than you. They're going to get more likes by the masses. They will always be more liked than you. So this is why being liked is something that you should not care too much about, because as I've stated before, and I've made previous videos on this, what do you prefer? Do you prefer to be liked or do you prefer to be respected? Which one do you think is of more value? Serious question. You got to ask yourself, what do you care about more? Do you care about people liking you, which is not really much of it's not really much of an intense feeling towards you. For someone to like you, I mean, they can just be all right with you. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that will translate into something that is beneficial for you. But when you are a man that is respected, that is something that can always translate into additional benefits for you. So there are perks. There are always more perks to being respected than liked. But with that being said, you will also have more people that have a hatred for you when you are a righteous man, because as I stated earlier in this video, you will be detestable to those that are evildoers, those that engage in evil on a regular basis, those that go against God purposely. So you will be more hated and you will be more disliked when you are a good man. So those are some of the key differences between being a nice guy and a good man. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on Parler. Blessings to you.